me Timothy Bradley.
He may need to change his name.
Change his name
From
the monster. Not more the monster. Not more the chosen one. To what, Bradley? To what, Bradley?
The chosen one to the phony one. And
oh, shit. You already know this is Pawn, Drawing, Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Moo. Shout himself. Timothy Bradley strikes again. Y'all already know that Timothy Bradley is known to saying boisterous stuff and saying these unfiltered statements. People agree, disagree. Sometimes we need these voices. Phony? Damn, that's harsh. Boy, that's harsh. And I know a lot of people out there that wasn't impressed with Edgar Berlanga is going to be like, hey, yo, man, fuck the shit. He ain't the chosen one. He ain't this. I think it's early to really say that. Man, that's a harsh. That's a critic right there, man. That's putting the young man down. But look, the truth is, Edgar Berlanga did not look impressive, especially compared to his hype, to his the aura. He did not look like a monster. He don't look like a monster. He didn't look like a world beater. He does not even look like he's near being an elite fighter. Again, like I said in the video before that, I said don't look at Edgar Berlanga and then think about Canelo Alvarez, because you're never gonna give any type of credit of Edgar Berlanga. Now, you know what I'm saying? Don't mention Canelo Alvarez, David Benavidez. Don't mention Caleb Plant. Don't even mention Daniel Jacobs. Don't even, to be honest, man, I even think that he's gonna have a hard time beating Morrell Jr. I don't even think he's ready for that one. Of course, in the post-fight interview, he also stated that all the fighters that he's gonna fight is gonna be moving. Well, yeah, that's a smart thing to do, because you did not show that you could adjust. Now, whatever you was working on before the fight, or you was working on training camp, and maybe think that Steve Rhodes was gonna fight a different way or whatever, there's still gotta be adjustments in the ring. That's what makes a great fighter, that he can make timely adjustment in that particular fight. We didn't see no adjustment from Edgar Berlanga. Edgar Berlanga looked like he was fighting with mud feet. The footwork was horrible. The power don't look like it's like an elite power. And I think that you saw that he was very frustrated. Again, we shouldn't be this critical with a young fighter. I think that we're being high. I think even including me when I was doing the live show, I think we was being so highly critical because of his hype. His hype. He's a man that had 15 straight KOs. I think it was 15 straight KOs in the first round. So of course, man, we can't knock the hype. We can't knock what he was doing in the ring. Yet, in the end of the day, a lot of people now is expecting that momentum to carry on, and now people wanted to see you go more rounds in, so people could critique him more. But this fight did a disservice to the potential momentum that he once carried. And right now, he doesn't look like he's invincible. He look like he got a lot of things to work on. He looked timid out there. He looks like he probably was, you know, maybe the last time when he got knocked down in his last previous fight, you know, he could be like gun shy in terms of just going all the way out and putting the type of pressure that he once was. I don't see that type of pressure. I don't see that type of savageness and animal with Edgar Berlanga. He needs to get back to it. He's young. That's the good thing about it. He got the W. That's the great thing about it. He could go back into the drawing board, work things out, had new voices right there. He had a lot of voices, in my opinion. I think Andre is already a good enough voice just to be one voice, and everybody just let Andre do his thing in the corner. Of course, you can have more help, but it's too many voices, in my opinion. Again, Edgar Berlanga is young. A lot of people think that the rappers is influencing him. I think he's probably over. Maybe he's hyping himself up. Maybe he thinks he's somebody up there alongside with the Fat Joes and the Lil Waynes and the Snoop Dogg and the stuff like that. And being a New Yorker, you could get very very undisciplined. We've seen it even with NBA players when it comes to New York, man. It's 24 hours and a nightlife, and when you get in that type of recognition, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people want to be a part of you. A lot of people want to be in your circle, you know. But at the end of the day, man, you still haven't made it. Edgar Berlanga has not become a world champion yet, and I think he needs to be locked in in the boxing gym. It looked like he's a fighter that probably, I mean, yes, he has surgery and his injury. But anyway, look, we spoke about that during the live. Timothy Bradley statement, I think is premature in my opinion. Premature, and of course you could break it down either way, because you could say his hype was premature, and the critique of Timothy Bradley, I think, is premature. I do think it hurts the brand. I think it hurt. I don't think the ESPN, I don't think the ESPN people was actually happy that he said that he's the phony one, because how is we going to market him? You know what I'm saying? He said he'll be back in the ring with Puerto Rico Day Parade in June. I don't know. I don't know. Right now, I thought the momentum was going to carry him to be a household name. I don't think that was a headline performance in my opinion. I could see maybe in June, I could see a Teofimo Lopez and an Edgar Berlanga, and Teofimo Lopez being the main event and Edgar Berlanga being the co-main. I could see that popping. I could see that working, in my opinion. But I don't know, man. I think it was kind of harsh, but it is what it is. This is boxing, man. It's a harsh world, bro. It's a harsh community. And maybe it's going to wake up Timothy Bradley up. Probably will wake him up. It'll wake his circle up. Maybe people are not going to like what Timothy Bradley said. But at the end of the day, I know a lot of people agree with Timothy Bradley. I don't necessarily agree with the statement, but I understand that he might not be the chosen one. He's not a monster. He's not special at this point. But in boxing, things could change. You feel me? You know, one fight changes everything. There was one fight before Shakur Stevenson was being booed. And then the next fight with a beautiful performance versus Jamel Herring to become champion again. So Edgar Berlanga is like one great performance away versus a credible opponent. One performance away, a great electric performance versus a credible opponent, and maybe the momentum carries that aura, that monster. But right now, he's still undefeated in the winning column, so we can't be talking like if he's a loser. And I think that now we're getting carried away, especially because of the performance, like if he's a loser, because we're trying to compare him already. So what happens if he gets inside the ring with Canelo Alvarez and David Benavidez? David Benavidez, they almost the same age. And I think that right now, he's worlds apart away from Canelo Alvarez. He's levels apart from David Benavidez. And a lot of guys in the top, I think that they need to slow it down in the outside, as not necessarily just in boxing training. They need to slow it down the outside, because it's not clicking. It's not clicking. It's time to put 100% focus on boxing and stay in the gym. Just don't be in the gym when you're contracted to fight. It's time to work on your athleticism. It's time to put a lot of hard work in, because it's just gonna get tougher. It's not getting any easier, especially right now that they're trying to make you as a household name. You know, you're main eventing. You know, a big show. It's a big show in my opinion. And too much pressure, and the pressure is not going to come off. Again, and he was talking about, you know, oh, I didn't expect this, that Steve Rose was running, that every opponent's going to be running. Yeah, they're going to be boxing you now. So you got to be athletic. Yeah, they're going to outbox you. They're going to box. Nobody's going to stand in front of you and just trade with you. That's what you want, because you're trying to impress the crowd. No, they're going to outbox. Steve Rose was not a runner. He was fighting you on the outside, and he was boxing, throwing some jab. You gotta trap him. You gotta set the knockouts. You just can't go for the knockout. Set the knockout up. So that's my opinion. He's young. I'm still rooting for the young fighters, for all the young fighters, man. They're still growing. He's not a phony. He's not a phony, but he ain't special. I'm gonna say that up to right now. He's not a special fighter in 168-pound division. He's not. He don't got the same aura he once had. But he's a person that could get better. He could get better, and he's still got a promising future. But he got to stay in the gym and focus and work on everything. Work on everything: athleticism, your footwork, everything, your confidence. Because it doesn't seem like he was happy too. So let's be real. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, get my updated videos. I love y'all. God bless, and on to the next.